step in and then step back. So when I'm right here, I'll go, and that'll be next. Okay, you see me now? My glasses glaring? Okay. I'm Sherry Edwards. I'm director of the Sound Health Research Institute. And one of the things we do is vocal analysis for intention and truth. And we've been asked to look at the Robert Gibbs, Nancy Pelosi fight, or whatever you want to call it. And so we have some slides that we'd like to share with you about why Nancy Pelosi should now be known as the Queen of Huff and Bluff. We're going to be using the Nano Voice Personality Profiler to do this. Just need to give you a little bit of background here about what this program is. Can you go back one? Because I want people to know that they can look at this speech, hear what's going on, and they can see this picture of Nancy Pelosi. Okay, the next one. This is what a nano voice looks like, and you guys can download this for yourself and record this and look at her voice. So what we're going to do is take a WAV file of her speaking that we took off of the television, and we're going to divide it into notes, C, C sharp, D, and so forth, and you'll be able to watch these columns build, and we'll see what her real intention is. We can look at this one and how this would look filled out. It's not Nancy Pelosi. This is George Bush. When the reporter threw the shoe at him, and when he said, "I didn't feel the least bit threatened by it," he was not telling the truth. And this is what the computer program came out with. It prints the information out. And in this case, it says G and G sharp was a problem or an issue, and that's physical safety or issues about your physical environment. So even though he said in his words, "I didn't feel the least bit threatened by it," the computer caught him and said your highest standard is associated with the expression of physical prioritizing. So he was threatened by it. We're going to look at these bars and how high they are. Average is 42. Of course, 80 would be way too high and 20 would be too low. So we look at how high these bars are and then at the note of the bar. And this indicates note C is ego. So the colors of the bar mean something. The blue bar is emotion. The green bar is for the future, somebody who's planning something, but it can be any place, anybody from a farmer to a scam artist. Yellow is mental, and red is reaction. So you can see the blue is feel and emotion, green do, accomplish, red react, and yellow think or evaluate. Here's a little more explanation of that. Blue would be like a minister, somebody really in tune with emotions. I can't say in tune with emotions, there's just a lot of emotions there. Because we've done a lot of these like Rogovich, and it was highly emotional, but he wasn't in tune with his emotions. Yellow would be like a lawyer type. Green, somebody who has long-term results in mind. Red, the fireman type. So putting these together, if you had a very tall red bar in the note of C, it would be a very responsive person, red, and the bar is tall, but the note of C, ego. So very quick to respond, ego. So we put all of these together. We are going to give you a place to get a chart of all of this. There's the note C, C sharp, D, and what each of them mean by emotions and by physical response. These are available on our website. You can download this one from Guardians, pluralofthepeople.com. There's another part to this. The second page of it. Oh, go back one. I guess I have the same thing for 2 pages. Okay, go to the next one. So we're looking at the press secretary, Robert Gibbs, and what he is saying from this Fox News, and it just wasn't particularly Fox News, this was just a press conference, and he said, "We're going to have a choice to make in the fall, but I think, no doubt, that there are enough seats in play that could cause Republicans to gain control. There is no doubt about that." Next one. He's telling the truth. You see a multitasking person, lots of things going on here. They have every color in their chart. They're holding back nothing. And words are the note of E, and they must match here with A sharp, and his does. He he is telling it the truth, absolute truth. But, go ahead. The computer is saying also that you can sometimes do too much for other people in the hopes of helping them change. You do for others before you do for yourself. That's a good press secretary. I liked his print-in. So when he went back and apologized after Nancy Pelosi did her little, you're wrong and you're wrong for the party and we will win, and this horrible grimace she had on her face, he came back and sort of apologized. You see, all of his information is missing. This was not the truth. Because of what Pelosi said, he came back and lied. And he lied in that area of ego to protect his future. He did it for a logical reason, the yellow, but it is not the truth. So there is something going on between the White House and Pelosi. There's beginning to be a breakdown. These are not his words, it's somebody else demanding that he say these things. So here's Nancy Pelosi, and her response to Robert Gibbs is, I think the comments were unfortunate, but it's not going to take us from the path we are on, the job creation, and the excellent job we are doing. We have a solid organization on mobilization, on message, on money, on the M's in the management of these campaigns. We fully intend to win. And when she's saying that we manage all this, look at her face, how grimaced she is. She is fibbing. She knows it. And when you look at her voice, you can see that it's all left side. It's all the note of E, lots of words for the future, no balance in her belief system of this at all. She knows that she's lying, but she thinks she has enough power that she can get away with it because she did it with this healthcare reform. And she kidnapped people and made them stay, and the Congress wouldn't let them go home and demanded that they vote her way. And she thinks that's going to happen again. What she is saying right here, we will win, we fully intend to win, it's just a bunch of malarkey. And she's just there out of Huff, Bluff, blustering. She doesn't even believe it herself. But she thinks if she speaks it, it's going to be the way it is. I don't think she lives in a reality where other people count at all. The computer caught her next. Now this is the computer, not me. The computer said this about Nancy Pelosi and her little speech here about we're going to win. You have the ability to use words to persuade the minds of others. If you ever had to lie to see justice done, her kind of justice, because it's all on one side, you would do it, but your sense of justice does not always jive with the law. Isn't that the truth? Using vocal expressions to misdirect a query is easy for you. You can use the high or low of your voice to give people direction as to how to treat you. You can convey a great variety of expressions using vocal nuance. This is the computer. You plan well, you expect your plans to be carried out. It's easy for you to see the faults in others, but don't know how to get things across politely. You expect others to take your suggestions seriously and gracefully. Nice things appeal to you and you are not averse to working hard to obtain them. Nancy Pelosi, I dub her the queen of Huff and Puff. You can download this program for yourself at nanovoice.org, N-A-N-O voice.org. No questions asked. There's instructions there. Nobody will ask you your name. No pop-ups, no commercials. This needs to be in the hands of every American so they can see just what's going on with their political leaders, and I put that in quote. We have many other of these that we've done. We'll put them up soon. We have them on Mel Gibson, Kevin Costner, VP Chairman, Obama. So look for more of these coming in the next few days.